Goeienaand, good evening fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And in a video I put out earlier this evening on the 2020 channel, you could see why this lockdown is just not working. In a word, take the case of Rustenburg on day 6, which is a video that you can see in the 2020 channel. Now, one of the things that I've been saying in my videos for several weeks now is that just wait until this coronavirus hits the townships. It's going to be a catastrophe. And guess what? It has. And several new townships, including KwaMashu, Inanda and Umlazi, 3 of the most densely populated areas in Durban, now have COVID-19. Cases of COVID-19 have now been discovered in Durban's biggest townships, with health officials deploying tracer teams to mitigate the spread of the deadly novel coronavirus. Well, they got no chance. It's just going to go through. That's why I've been saying, get rid of the lockdown, just let it happen. It's going to happen anyway. eThekwini, or Durban, Metro Mayor Mxolisi Kaunda said on Thursday the cases are in Amoti in Inanda and KwaMashu. Earlier, one person, a teacher, died in Umlazi. They found someone in Umlazi who passed on. There is one in KwaMashu and one in Amoti in Inanda. The department is identifying people who are possible contacts and want to trace those who met them. Kaunda was on a walkout in the Gleeblands hostel in Umlazi and the Dakota informal settlements in Isipingo, both south of the city, where he distributed pamphlets, hand sanitizer and soap. Now, there's actually a story about this hand sanitizer. Apparently, the BEE guys have got onto the act there as well and are now rorting the system when it comes to hand sanitizers. So be very careful what you buy in South Africa when it comes to sanitizing your hands. A teacher from Platt Drive Primary in Isipingo died on Tuesday after testing positive for COVID-19 about a week ago. A day after she passed on, the Department of Education said that several people close to her had also been infected, including a 14-year-old pupil. Kaunda said they hope to educate communities on the dangers of COVID-19. He said, "That is why we're out here today. This intervention is meant to raise awareness so people are also supplied with sanitizers and soap to prevent the spread of the virus. If they haven't got fresh water, it's not going to help much, is it?" Anyway, he added, "We're targeting informal settlements to be proactive. We want to jump into the area, raise awareness and supply materials for those community members to prevent the spread of the virus." Why didn't they do this before the lockdown? It's no good after the horses bolted. Kaunda said education on the virus was vital and that there had been some concerns about physical distancing. "We are also ensuring cleanliness of these areas to prevent the spread and scourge of the coronavirus. The community is responding positively. We, however, raise concerns here. People cannot stand in numbers and cannot stand together. They need to make sure social distancing is observed," he said of the Dakota informal settlement, where he was greeted by hundreds. Kaunda said they were also working hard to mitigate the spread of the virus to the homeless, who run into the thousands in the city. He said, "We have opened some centres to service them to assess their health conditions. We have put them in places. They are not spreading the virus. There is no positive person from the assessment of the homeless." He said that in compliance with hygienic measures, there's ongoing sanitation of the shelters and health screening is being provided by medical teams. Now, the last figure that I had for the number of coronavirus confirmed infections in South Africa was under 1,500. Now, quite clearly, that's a load of crap. That is a load of crap. I would say the infections are well into the tens of thousands across the country now. Most people either can't get tested because there's a shortage of testing kits, or if they're in the townships, they just don't bother. They just think they've got some mild flu or whatever, and they're spreading it around, spread it around. And those who've got the coronavirus in recent days include rugby players from the 1970s and 1980s. Dani Gerber, Divan Serfontein, Burger Geldenhuys, Colin Beck and Robbie Blair have all tested positive for COVID-19. Bet you didn't know that. This is how widespread this virus is. It's spreading right through South Africa right now. As I said, in a few weeks' time, we're going to see the fruits of the failed lockdown. All right, guys, please remember to subscribe to be kept informed. Ring the bell for the updates. Please like this video. Please share this video. And above all, please stay safe. And guys, if you've got a domestic worker who goes back to the township every day and you don't want to have your family infected, it's time you gave her leave, okay? Just don't take any chances. If you're in isolation, you're bringing this person to your house every day, guess what's going to happen? Take care.